Alright, let's get this show on the road. Alright, excellent. One of these trees, or actually two of these trees, contain items that we're going to try and collect. That's one alcohol. And there's a few things we want to grab in this area. There's 2 aquasol, 120 gil, a spider in a tree, and a bird's egg in a tree. That's a nice rickety old bridge. Kind of like an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom bridge. You think that they would have like a little bridge over here so whenever someone has to go see the doctor. Oh my god. I couldn't make the jump because I was interrupted with combat. So I don't know if you saw that, but when I finished that fight with the little wolf thing there, I had 1 point of my action pool at the bottom left there left. So at any point you can stop using them, and it accumulates your attack points up at the top there underneath the time. When you eventually accumulate enough and you've unlocked some death blows, you can release all of them in a giant combo here and just spend all of your action points and just do a huge massive damaging combo. Unfortunately, we don't know any death blows yet, but that'll change. Also, to unlock death blows, that's a good thing you should know. You unlock death blows by using different combinations of buttons. So you can do triangle, 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 you can do square, triangle, you can do X, and as you level up, you get more points to spend, so you can do more intricate combos. And these, after repetition, unlock your death blow skills. And everyone gets their own death blows that are unique to them. Generally, they follow the same kind of pattern. So it's like, the first one will be triangle, triangle. The first one's triangle X, and then it's like triangle, triangle, square, and then there's square, triangle. And then you get 5 points. So you got square X, and then it's got up to 7, I think, is the max. I should actually check my health before I go into combat, because I have pitiful health. Let's use a hot turkey. Dang, I gained 10 health points? I wasn't paying attention when I leveled up. That's really good, actually. When you gain a level, you gain stats much like Pokemon. It's all random. So I've seen Faye get like 2 health for a level. Getting 10 is really freaking good. Alright, this tree right here, we're going to come back to, because it's got the bird egg. Can't see it, but it's in there. The only thing is, once we essentially take the bird egg, we initiate repercussions that are going to persist throughout this area. Hell yeah, I can do a big jump. They're too scared. It's easy, watch me. All you need is like 3 foot of leg. Ta-da! And into combat. So as long as you're varying up your button combos, you know, not using the death blows you've already unlocked, you should be progressing towards newer death blow skills. Sometimes, though, they are level locked. The gentleman back at the consultant's house does mention that even if you've performed the combos requirements enough times, you have to get to certain levels to unlock them. This is actually a really good place to farm objects, which is pretty decent enough health item. It's 50 health outside of combat. It's essentially an aqua soul. I don't want to stay here forever. One of these trees has the spider we're looking for. No. Oh, wait. Alright. There's a chest down here. Alright, so we've gotten 2 aqua soul. We need 120 gil, and we need spider. Got a thick head. I'm doing 46 damage with a headbutt. I don't even think that guy gave me hog jerky. I headbutted him into nothing. God. We put butter all over these mountains. Alright. Ooh, he didn't die from that, that's for sure. So yeah, sometimes enemies will die if you, in the middle of your turn. However, you can totally overuse your action points. Just go overkill. But if you pause, sometimes they'll just disappear. It's like the square with the wolf. Is it this tree? Yeah, there we go. Yes, we got him. Alright. There should be one more treasure chest. It's probably back on the main. That's what we get. That's what gives me a reason to farm hop jerky. Delicious, delicious hop jerky. Oh no. See, that's the risk of using the X. It's got a high power, lower accuracy. I love the animation of their combat skills. Each character, I think, was modeled after real-world martial arts, so I'm pretty confident Faye is based off of... Oh, see, I skipped past the 2 I think I only gained 1 health that turn. But I think he's based off of Shaolin Monk. Let's take a look. Oh no, I went from 60 to 71. I got 11. Okay, even better. If it was 1, I was going to be a little sad. I'm going to have 61 health at level 3. Alright. So we're looking for a treasure chest. grand scheme of things, 120 gil isn't a whole hell of a lot, but I like to consider myself somewhat of a perfectionist. At least in video games. See, he didn't disappear when we didn't push the triangle. It's how you know, it's how you know. Two punches do it. We need 3. Don't worry, we've ground enough of these hobgoblins into dirt and jerky. Our fists will get stronger. It's not a big. I don't think so. Well, I am befuddled. That's fine. Look at that. 50 damage with the headbutt. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and eat some jerky before we get a freaking game over. Actually, how far am I? Status. I need 32 experience, so 105 to reach level 4. And I think at level 4 is when we get our first death bell, possibly. It's either level 4 or 5. So I am... And again, I'm just going off of the official strategy guide. The hard copy book. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention on like the first page in the first episode, there was a couple little tidbits of information it was giving out. One of the things it was talking about was in Final Fantasy VII, when Cloud is going through his crisis and he's in a wheelchair in Mideel, he's mumbling about, he starts to phonetically pronounce the words Xenogears, which I suppose they can translate into Xenogears. Does anyone even remember when strategy guides were a thing? Like, at what point did online walkthroughs just completely destroy the market for physical copy? Why go through the process of printing all these beautiful books when you could just read a game fax or read a strategy online, right? Okay. So I don't know. Chest is. Supposedly there's 120 bucks out there. I don't know where it is. But you know what I need to get? I need to get out of this combat. On the one hand, I apologize, I'm taking so much time grinding. On the other hand, I'm getting hog jerky, so I don't really care. I haven't actually tried this yet. Let's see how much damage. 36 damage. Just a single punch. A single punch to that kick. 11 to 38. And 27. Well, we can forget about money, but there is one thing I still want. Forgot, like, the encounter rate in JRPGs is ridiculous. It's through the frickin' roof. That's because they always want you to grind out the levels. One of the other tips he was mentioning at the start of this strategy guide is if you can get all your characters to about level 65, you should be able to beat the boss. However, it's a little bit of... They're not lying per se, but it's also about how much money you can make because your gears don't level up. Your gears you have to buy gear for. Ha 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 ha. But some of the most expensive equipment in the game is like 20,000 gil for the engine. And you need 3 of those, I would say, so that at least your main party when going against the boss is fully equipped and prepared to take on said boss. Oh my god. Yata. Victory. Hey, level 4. Look at that, 9 health. Defense. Either defense. Hot drinking. Delicious. Delicious hot drinking. So it's this tree right here. This is what we need. My health like 46, we're good. Of course I'm gonna take that bird's egg. And now we're gonna run. No. It's mine. I still haven't unlocked any death before, so it must be fine. No. It's so delicious. Must consume bird egg. Just go make another. Ah, damn it. That's another thing about this game that can become troublesome at points is the platforming. There is an area of this game called the Tower of Battle. Yes, that tower. And it is platforming. You could fall at any point, and if you're lucky, you'll hit a platform on the way down. If you're not, what you do is you quit and you just reload the save, otherwise you're at the bottom. Off. Finder of Keepers. Still don't remember that money. That's fine. I made enough money kicking the crap out of that frickin' rock, paper, scissors guy. Ah, yes. Look at this beautiful camera work. 1998. This was jaw-dropping stuff back in the day. All people accepted, but, I mean, what accessibility do they have? You have 2 freaking jumps they have to make. I don't think the old people can make those kind of jumps. No deceased, please. Oh dear. So, real quick, first thing you want to do, everyone I've ever seen play misses this, but a very important key item is right freaking here in the start of the game. The Dory's Ring. This is an item that we are going to hold on for essentially the entire freaking game and only use once at the end for a very nice item. But no one ever remembers it's right freaking here. Like, the second place you visit in the game. I'm gonna think to look here. Alright, let's take a look. What else do we have to grab while we're here? We've got... Oh! These rocks. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Chicken. Here's Doc's latest work piece. Is a crab. What's this one? Is this the same fucking rock? Since it's on a rock outside his house. Let's see. There's no other rocks here. So it's this one. There we go. Birdseed. Delicious. Didn't taste very good. It's like playing Don't Starve. Actually, I think my stomach just made a growling, upset noise. Alright, we need to go to the second floor. Oh. Ooh. Jumping on the bed. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Nothing in here. No. What's making that noise? Something's like dripping, or is it when I'm stepping on this toy? I think it's this toy. The second floor closet, that's what it said. What's in this one? Fucking chickens. There we go, aquasol. There we go. And then... go all the way upstairs. Wow, beautiful view. Actually, I think... heck yeah, we want to look through the telescope. Look at this. 1998. Oof. That's so good. Look at that draw distance. Ah. Gorgeous. You can see part of the ocean from here. I thought you could at least see through the other side of the forest of where we're going to be going. But look, there's Lahan. Doc can just be spying on everyone in the village. You can be seeing whenever frickin' Alice is going into the shower. Dirty old man. Alright, but we're not done up here, so let's line this up. Scare the crap out of these birds. Hey! 120 gold. And no, this isn't the same 120 gold. Supposedly there was some out there, but whatever. Alright. So we've gotten the aquasol, the money, the birdseed, and my Dory's ring. We've basically done everything. Now let's break our legs. Got so many fucking chickens everywhere. Bird shit everywhere. Oh, hello there. Hey, you ain't worth Doc. Tinkering with his junk, eh? Is that what you call it? Doesn't he ever get sick with playing with himself? Jeez. Alright, I'll go to the backyard, see if I can help him. Oh yeah, I found this on the mountain path. Please use it to make me something. I'm fucking starving. Hey Midori, guess what? I found your ring outside. But I'm not going to give it to you for the next 80 hours. Alright. That 80 hours is being generous. It's more like 117 if I'm lucky. God. I wonder how long it's going to take for us to do this. Oh, that didn't sound good. What's going on? Uh-oh. This is no good. Why do they have to use such inferior parts? This is why their intervention strategy. Doc! That's where you were. Oh, hey, Faye. It's good to see you. What's up, Doc? What you doing all the way up there? I thought I'd try and restore this land crab, of course. For the crab wars. Oh, and that explosion was nothing to worry about. It happens all the time. Is it food? I love food. It's gonna get dark before you know it. It's a box. What's so interesting about this? Let's start poking at it. Nani? I've heard it before somewhere. Not bad, huh? Doc. Hello again, Faye. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I love how proper Doc is with his vocabulary. Music is a mysterious thing. Sometimes it makes people remember things that they do not expect. Many thoughts, feelings, memories, things almost forgotten, regardless of whether the listener desires to remember them or not. Doc, what is this? It was excavated from some old ruins. It is still under repair. Obviously, it's an audio device of some type. I'm thinking of calling it a jukebox. By the way, what the hell are you doing in my house? Oh yeah, that's right. Yui's gonna make me some food. And I guess I have to borrow some camera equipment. She's got some kinky ideas for her wedding night. Yes, yes it is. Would I ever? You mean the girl that doesn't speak? Okay, sure. I will not be held responsible if you get a stomachache from my wife's cooking. Yuck. I feel strange when I listen to this music. Something warm inside. I have someone living inside of me. Oh god. Quick, get it out. Jeez, Doc. Push your philosophical theology on me. as a son of man. Well, I better adjust the gyro at least. This cannot be. Is this an omen? Now what's gonna happen? Doc is actually a really cool character. I love having him in the party. Your cooking never fails to impress. Thanks for such a delicious meal. She'll make another egg. I wonder if I heard that line before. That's alright, Doc. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Yui, Midori. Now it's time to walk down the buttery slopes of the mountain at night. We'll fucking stop throwing so much butter on the mountainside, Jesus. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright. Nothing else to do here. Nani? What's that? Flying machines? Aliens! Giants! Faye! Doc, some flying objects went towards Lahan. So you saw them too. Judging by their shadows, they appear to be a group of gears from our neighbor's country, Kislev. Those were gears? Oh no, they're headed directly for Lahan. Yes, the ones you just saw. Jesus, let us make haste. Nice jump. Damn, he's fast. Alright. But I am going to save. And I am going to rotate my saves in the event of anything happening. And actually, I am going to call it for right now. And I will catch you guys next time. An exciting episode of Xenogears.